Holy shit, it's FansProject Snarl. Did you think this was gonna come out? I never thought this was gonna come out. I thought it was a Loch Ness monster of Transformers. It was like the Bigfoot of Transformers. It was rumored, but it was never actually gonna come out. Well, it did come out. I got it in hand, so let's take a look at it. Let's get the accessories out of the way really quick. He's got his sword. No paint or anything. You know, fits in with the rest of the line. He's got his gun. No paint or anything, but again, fits in with the rest of the line. Then he's got this big sword, which is of course his like, not Targetmaster-ish thing? Alright, let's get this thing transformed. This is pretty fun. The note instructions test, back and forth, no problem. So to get this off, you want to kind of push like that. This slides up in there, and then that pegs into there. So to get it out, boop, and take this piece off. And this piece gets on there pretty tight. But just break apart the feet, or the legs rather. Pin the feet out, unpeg the arms from one another, push this off. You can see where the arms are pegged in there. Now they're out. Flip all this around. Turn them around. And here's our little Targetmaster dude. Now if you want, you can take the shield. And you can give him his shield on his arm. You can take this, you can peg this on the side. As far as the Targetmaster guys, I really like this one. I think this one's a lot of fun. It's a really simple. I think that some of the others got a little overly complex for their size. He's got a lot of good detail on him that, you know, you saw a lot of in sword mode. All of this is painted. All of the sword is painted. You can see the little silver accents kind of all over him. He's got a little bit of red paint there around the legs. And then on the back, you know, more of that red, more of the silver, more of the red. And again, that's painted there too. Pretty much this whole piece is painted except for this piece right here. He's got a little silver on his face too. Really nice little Targetmaster. Here's Pinchar / Snarl in his robot mode. He's alright. He's alright. Paint-wise, there's lots of just little paint accents just all over the place on this guy. And that's really nice. And the whole line has been like that. On the one hand, there's a lot of detail. It all looks really nice. But it's also standard for the line, so you know it fits in well. Of course, we got the chrome plated on the spikes on the back, which is nice. Lots of really nice paint detail all over this guy. Let's do his articulation here in dinosaur mode. We got a little bit on the tail, not a whole lot. The leg goes all the way around. Also goes out a bit, and you can also pull it out a little bit, get a little more, if that floats your boat. Got a thigh swivel there. Toe can kind of tilt down, but not really useful. He's got a knee out to there, but you know, again, destroys the sculpt. Front leg, got a knee right there. That's about it for that. And then this kind of rocks in it up and down a little bit. You can kind of bend it down, get it more in there, but you're really just getting into transformation joint at that point, so don't overly recommend it. The biggest surprise here is that there's no neck side to side. You can kind of fake it a little, but you're really just playing with the transformation joint at that point. And even then, it doesn't get you much. It just kind of pulls it apart. You can go up and down just a little. His mouth does open nicely though. Transformation test, no instructions, robot and back, no problem. Although the robot mode looks damn near unfinished, so you'd have it right and you wouldn't know. You'd think there'd be more steps. There's not. You'll just get it started. You'll have to just trust me when I say that he looks good with the rest of the dinosaurs, because I'm not going to transform them all. Sorry, I'm lazy. I'm so very lazy. Alright, let's bust out this transformation. First thing we're going to do is split the head. I'm going to take this here and just boop. And then, like almost every Dinobot ever, I'm going to rotate the legs out. Easy peasy. I'll spin the waist around. Go ahead and get the toes out. The toes are on a super tight joint. Jesus. Flip them over to the back here. To get that out of the way, push this in, and the instructions have you kind of fold it up in there like that. If you want, you can leave it flat to give you more of a heel, but I mean, he's got plenty of heel, to be honest. Yeah. If you want to, you know, you can fold this foot out of the way to give you more room to work with. When you're closing the flat back on, that peg goes into there, and you want to take these pieces here in front of the knees, pull them out. I'll give him the room to go ahead and stand his legs on all the way up. Take his dino head sides, and again, pull. Alright, now let's split the tail. Pulls apart, nothing fancy. And you'll rotate all of this just kind of down and out of the way. Pick up this piece, rotate back and out of the way. Then we got the fist transformation, which is literally the same as 99% of every Transformer ever. Take your finger here, push it up from the back. Now his waist here, you can kind of pull it and it will lock into place. There, you hear that? So there it is, collapsed. There you go. Now you know you're in place. Now these side pieces here, that notch is gonna hang back in here. So just clicks in. And it doesn't seem like it'd be very sturdy, but this is a real nice ratchet on the shoulders here, and it totally keeps it in place, so better than it seems. His wings in the back here, you just kind of flip them up, kind of position that down. I mean, honestly, you can kind of do whatever you want with it back there. And there you go. Now this is the part where you see the figure and you think, oh man, you left a step out. No way that that's the way that's supposed to look with this big, unsightly, whatever the hell this is. But it is. That's totally how it is. I mean, look, here's the pictures. You can see it up over there. Let's just go through the articulation for this guy. Head's on a ball joint, likes to fall down. It doesn't really hold in place as well as you would like. But, you know, typical ball joint. Up a little, down a good bit. Down's good. Shoulder ratchet all the way around. Kind of pop it in or out. Get a little bit more out of that if you want. It's real nice. Upper arm swivel. Elbow. Wrist. Fingers are just all there together on one bit. Waist swivel. Legs, you can just, they got ratchets forward and back, and ratchets to the outside, and you can just, and get pretty much anything you want out of that. Upper thigh swivel all the way around. Knee swivel on a ratchet. Really good knee swivel. Feet, you got tilt for days. Do whatever you want there. Technically, you got a toe tilt on this tight joint, but you know, it's not really going to buy you much. So robot mode, he's got all the articulation you want, I think. And then plus again, you can play with the crap on his back. You know, you can fold these in if you don't want such a wide bit there and kind of get it out of the way. Whatever you want. Final thoughts for the guy. Got a bunch of great detail, a bunch of good paint. The hardware's good. He's got a bunch of nice ratchets all throughout of him. But obviously this just looks unfinished. There's a mod going around where people have taken this piece here, they're cutting it in half and doing something to where they can swivel it. So that you can swivel this down and then tuck this down back and around there. You can leave his tail up nice and high and get this out of the way. But without that, there's just no good place to put it. And it looks terrible. It looks terrible. Some articulation is missing in dinosaur mode. Not having a neck articulation is really, really weird. I could use a little more tail articulation just because I think that's a fun part of Dinobot, so at least not Snarl here. But on the one hand, I'm glad to finally have this set done. I'm glad the release came out. I do like the figure. I think it's better than Grimlock. It looks better than Grimlock in both modes. I think it's better than the Fembots that came out, which I'm glad they did the Fembots. I think they're cool. I think they're a cool lineup, but the toy itself didn't really do much for me. It was just too simple. Did you buy it? I mean, I think you've already bought it or you haven't. If you're into this line, you're going to have to buy them to complete the line. It's not the strongest release. Don't think it's the weakest release either. You know, it doesn't have the hip issues that some of them had. He stands really nice and sturdy. Looks great except for the dumb crap on top. And if you get past that, then I don't think there's really any complaints with the figure. Transformation's fun. It's pretty standard Dinobot stuff, but you don't always have to reinvent the wheel, which is nice. It's a familiar transformation. You can figure it out. Fun to flip back and forth at least. Overall, I'd recommend this guy, especially if you got the rest. You're gonna buy this one. That's it for me. See you next time.